Mitsubishi. My name is Nathan and today we're doing a walk around video on this 2016 Ford Territory Titanium. It is in that beautiful smoke color. So what we'll do is run through the condition of the car as well as some of the features that does come in the Platinum model. So having a look at that front end, you've got that iconic Ford Territory look at the front. They do get this really nice long headlights with the projector globes and your indicator lamps fitted in there. They also have your fog lamps fitted at the very bottom. Now these cars come with front parking sensors, so considering the size of the vehicle, it is going to help you park the vehicle and maneuver around tight spaces. Ford badging in the middle. Now front end condition is pretty good. There are very minor stone chips along the front of the bonnet there, which we have gone through the effort of touching up for you. You can't really notice it unless you really get up and close to the actual bonnet. So has been touched up very lightly, but other than that, it does present really well. Now coming across the side of the car, again, this smoke color is quite a unique color and it does have a slight pearlescent metallic finish to it, so it does stand beautifully in the sun. I don't know how well the cameras will capture that, but taking a look at that first alloy wheel. Now this is a multi-spoke Ford rim. It does have the polished aluminium on the outside and that gunmetal gray, which stays fairly consistent with the paint color of the car, just on the inner side of the spokes. Now we have fitted brand new tires onto this car for you, brand new tires fitted onto the front. And the rim is in excellent condition. Coming across the side, there is this chrome all-wheel drive badging and this cool little accent vent. Now it doesn't actually provide any functional feature, but it just there to add a bit of character. Now there is a side step fitted onto this vehicle, so it's going to help you get in and out of a car like this. Side mirrors and door handles are color matched to the color of the vehicle, so they blend in beautifully. And the indicator lamp is fitted into that side mirror to improve the visibility, as it is mounted a little bit higher than if it was on that quarter panel. Now the car does come with a light tinting. It is a little bit darker than it is in the back than it is in the front. That is purely because of the privacy glass that is on the back, so it's good to see that it has been fitted with that. It's going to save you a little bit of money down the line. Opening this up and having a look inside the vehicle itself, as you can see, being the Platinum model, it does come with the full leather seats. And they are very comfortable, very good to sit on. Ford makes some great seats and they're incredibly comfortable. And these seats are actually in excellent condition. There are ways you can protect this, but I'm going to talk to you about that in a minute. Now, there is light creasing just on the driver's seat, but again, very light creasing, no actual cracks or damage or any kind of pushed in points. It's all still quite firm. This car has electric seat controls for moving forward and back, up and down. There is a little storage compartment on the side here, as most Territories do have. But your lumbar support and your rear incline and decline is located just on standard knobs, which you have to correct on the side. There is also seat memory, so you can adjust it for 3 different settings depending on how many people are going to be driving this vehicle. Cool little Territory badging in the front there in that chrome finish. Now that's going to blend in quite nicely and it is going to protect the car, and you've also got those Territory carpet mats. Door card is also in excellent condition, no damage on that, which you can quite see on certain cars when people kick the doors open. Having a look in the back seats as well, these are also full leather. This is a 7-seater. So very easy. It is a 60-40 split, meaning there's 2 seats joined and then the single one which sits by itself. Now this seat you can actually move from here. There is a little latch. I'm just trying to reach it. So you can just pull that latch and that's going to tilt the seat forward so you can access the back of the car. And those seats actually sit on the floor of the ground, which is kind of cool. I didn't notice that. But there is a little dip there just to provide that leg room for whoever sits in the back row. But tether points behind these middle row seats as well. Push it back like so. But yeah, nice little layout. Still got the scuff plate and carpet mats in the back seat. Now that second rim also completely unmarked. Just a little bit of glue. Oh, looks like it has a very minor scuff just there. The rest of it's actually glue, but very minor mark. But other than that, the rim's in good condition. You've got Kumho tires fitted onto that. Coming across to the tailgate. Now this car does come fitted with that tow bar, which is going to help you tow whatever it is, whether it's a camper van or just your tools, whatever it might be. But these are great for towing. It is a diesel car as well, so it is built for it. It does come with the reverse parking sensors along the back and a reverse camera underneath. Now the cool thing about these Ford doors, I'll just enunciate that a little bit better, is that, or the boots, is that you can actually split how you access the boot. So pressing the right is going to open up the glass. So that's going to open up this top compartment. If you just need to quickly reach in there, chuck your groceries in, maybe you need to keep it compact, whatever it might be, you can do that from there. You can also drop these back seats from the top here. So if I push that down, doing that will drop the full row of back seats. So you can't split it and have one up and the other one down, but you can drop this completely flat, so you can utilize the whole boot space if you want to. I'll show you how, just like that. I'm going to pull that back up because it is a little bit uncomfortable, but you can do that like so, or you can actually open up the full boot by pressing the left hand side, and that's going to open from the bottom there. There you go, like so, and you have full access to the boot itself. Yeah, and underneath here is a small little storage, and pulling that is actually going to release, pulling both sides down, pulling that out is actually going to pull the seats from under the car, that second row, and then you can drop these completely flat like so. So quite a cool car to actually use, pretty easy to use once you understand what's there, but yeah, and you've got the whole boot space, and these flaps will fold over so that you don't damage the actual leather lining on the back of those seats when you decide to fold these flat, or whatever it is you decide to do with the vehicles. And you've also got cup holders and storage compartments on the side for the rear passengers. Closing this up, coming across to the passenger side of the vehicle, fuel filler cap is on this side, so that'll just pop open like so. It will stay locked when you actually lock the vehicle itself. That third rim is also pretty good. Trying to be super picky for you guys. Yeah, that's just a bit of glue. So that third rim has also got no damage on there. And you've got lots of tread remaining on those rear tires. These little things to show that the rims haven't been gashed and all those things just shows how well the car has actually been maintained by the previous owner. And you can see, got that fourth rim completely unmarked, no damage. Apart from a little bit of, no, that's actually just a bit of dirt, so no mark there either. So you got 4 completely unmarked rims. We've fitted 2 new tires onto the front. The back ones still have plenty of tread. You got the side steps on either side, and look how good that smoke paintwork comes out. So what we're going to do now is pop the hood and take a look inside. Taking a look inside the engine bay of the diesel Ford Territory. So having a look inside, very well laid out. Still got all the plastic covers and everything to keep it looking nice and neat, keep it very clean looking as well. So got that big battery there to keep all the electrical parts in the car running. Positive and negative terminals. Up there is your coolant, your coolant reservoir, so make sure that's all topped up, and as you can see, it uses the red coolant. Make sure that is at a good level if you're going to be driving this car, especially for long drives or towing. Down here is your wiper and washer fluid. So these are the locations you kind of want to know. Make sure that is all topped up. Dipstick is located here, so make sure you check your oil every now and then, maybe once every few weeks or once a month, and that is your cap to actually fill it up. So just a little bit of information about the motor itself. Also, just as a side note, your fuse box is located there, so if something stops working, make sure you check that first. So what we have here is a 6-cylinder 2.7 litre turbo diesel motor. Now it does come fitted with a 6-speed automatic gearbox, so great for towing, lots of gears to move through and plenty of torque in the car. This car has a 5-star ANCAP rating, which is great safety for all the 7 passengers in the car. Does produce a power output of 140 kilowatts with 440 Newton meters of torque. So again, plenty of torque and power for any towing needs or payload needs in this vehicle. Like I said, it is a diesel car with a 75 litre capacity fuel tank. Does run on your regular, does have a combined fuel consumption of 8.2 litres per 100 kilometers, or an average fuel distance of about 915 kilometers off a full tank. That is all dependent on how you drive and whether you're towing. Now, having a look inside the Ford, there's a lot of space in this vehicle. That's the first thing I noticed when I actually get into the car. Very, very comfortable seats. Although it is leather, sometimes you can get pretty stiff leather, but this is very, very comfortable and soft leather to actually sit on. Beautifully laid out. I will touch on some of the features. So up here on the right-hand side, sorry, I'll start on the door actually. You get full automatic, your driver's side is fully automatic up and down. Passengers are just your standard power windows. Behind that is a window lock control as well. Up here is your side mirror toggle, so to adjust it, you'll use that little dial there. And your hood release is located just at the bottom. The vents are kind of cool. They do close up manually and open manually, so you just really move this little lever thing around. And up on the steering column on the right hand side is your left and right indicator, your high beam, your fog lamps, and your headlight controls. Now they do run an automatic headlight system, so just leave it in auto. Car's going to sense when it needs to turn it on. On the left hand side are your wipers and washers for both front and rear, so located on the left hand side. Steering wheel, very comfortable steering wheel. It is pretty much like most of the Ford steering wheels. On the right hand side is your cruise control settings, and the left hand side are your media controls, so volume, seek, and mode for the different media options. Now you can also adjust this up and down and in and out, so pretty adjustable, basic, based on kind of what needs you prefer. On the right hand side, that's going to be your trip A, trip B button. Below that there's a menu, so that's going to show like your dimming, your trips, all those kinds of things, and left hand side will let you select the options that you want. Now coming over to the entertainment system, what we have here is Ford's Sync system, probably one of the best entertainment systems released from factory on the market at the moment. So up the top here, that is your phone pairing or your Bluetooth connect. Obviously there's no phones paired to it, so top left is for your Bluetooth connection, top right is for your navigation. So clicking on that is going to open up your maps, which you can see we are at 20 to 32 Kangan Drive in Berwick, just here, but very easy system to use. Bottom right is your temperature, so you've got hard buttons for all these features, but you do also have the touchscreen systems for that as well. So temperatures for your dual zone climate control, driver and passenger have their own settings, all your modes, fan speeds, and etc. Bottom left is your entertainment. You can see it's just off, so you got your AM, FM radio, digital radio, CD, USB, Bluetooth, SD card. Very, very easy system to use. And now you can access pretty much anything from these screens. So if you're in the radio, you can just hit the top right there and that's going to take you to your maps. You can hit the top left and that's going to take you to your mobile phone. So very easily laid out system, and you can see how responsive it actually is. Below that, 2 vents, all your hard buttons for your AC system and the hard buttons for your radio system, so volume on and off, and all your media options to your AM, FM radio. Central locking button here, stability control and parking sensor button located just there. You can turn them off if they're a bit annoying. Underneath is a small little storage compartment that will actually fold away quite neatly, or you can keep it open if you have storage. So there is a 12-volt socket in there for any extra charging that you might be doing. Now the gear shifter, very comfortable gear shifter. If I bring that into reverse, you can see that reverse camera that does come in this model as well. Tow bar located right there, so very easy to line up. Now what's pretty cool about this system is you can actually zoom in. So if you're trying to line up quite tightly into a spot or just line up to your caravan, you can zoom in, make it a lot easier for you to actually aim the vehicle. Now if I bring it down into drive and flick it to the left, that is actually going to engage the sports shift system. So if you're going up a hill, need a bit more extra torque or power, flick it to the left and drop it down a gear. Now there is a display in your dash is going to show you what gear you're on. So it gives you a bit of extra control over the vehicle, or you could just leave it in drive. Car's going to do all the work for you. Manual handbrake, 2 cup holders located in the car, and also on the left hand behind that, is a nice center console armrest. And if you notice in there are a few little goodies. So you've got 2 headsets, a remote, your SD card slot for your actual entertainment system, and 2 USB inputs. Now these headsets are actually for this really cool in-car entertainment system. So pressing it once is going to open up your screen, pressing it twice is going to drop down this little display for your CD. That will click up quite easily. On the right hand side is a USB input, and on the left hand side you've got an AV in and out just over here, so for your 3 component cables, red, white and yellow. All your volume controls at the front here, and it is a genuine system, so it makes it just a little bit more better. It is all wired into the car quite neatly. You're not going to have any messy issues, and it is again a Ford vehicle, Ford part, so if something happens to it, you can always source parts for it quite easily. I'll get the camera person to pan around the interior, because I've got to say this is one of the best interiors I've seen on a Ford up to date. You've got another 12-volt socket there, 2 chargers, and also a little pull-out tub, which again quite neat. You can keep your storage in there, or some snacks for the kids in the back. But these seats are in immaculate condition. Now one thing I would highly recommend is you talk to us about our lifestyle pack, because it is leather. You're going to want to make sure it's protected, and considering how well it has been kept by the previous owner, you want to make sure you do the same thing. So make sure you speak to us about these options, but I will elaborate on that in a minute. So what we're going to do is jump outside and wrap up the video. So much for watching the walk around video on this 2016 Ford Territory Titanium. I hope the video gave you a good representation as to the condition of the vehicle, and as you can see, this car presents pretty well for what it is. Although it is a 4-year-old car, it presents almost like brand new. Leather seats are in great condition, exterior paintwork is still A1, there's no unnecessary marks or damage. It is a beautiful car and has been looked after really well. So if you do have any additional questions, the number to dial is 99070555. Now just before I go, this car does qualify for our premium mechanical protection plan. Now what that will offer you as a buyer is 5 years extended protection on 181 electrical and mechanical components of this vehicle. It does also come with the added benefit of 10 years Platinum Roadside Assistance nationwide. So again, plan on keeping this car for a long time, doing a bit of traveling, a bit of driving, maybe camping. There is great value in this service, so talk to us about this. In addition to that, do highly recommend you take advantage of the lifestyle pack. Now, as I mentioned inside, The lifestyle pack, what that will offer you is a protection for your investment. So firstly, that'll include an exterior protectant layer that is going to protect this smoke metallic paintwork. It's going to keep it looking this good, keep it this shiny, and it's going to protect it from all the harsh environmental factors such as bird droppings, bat droppings, oxidization, rusting, fading, peeling, all these things that could make this great looking car look pretty ordinary over time. So you want to make sure you take advantage of that. With that, you will also get a premium tint package. If the car is already tinted, we'll subsidize that for you. Don't worry about that. But that'll also include the interior leather protection. So that is going to include a lifetime warranty on that protection. It's going to protect it from peeling, cracking, all these things. And like I said, lifetime warranty. That is the most important thing. So make sure you take advantage of these. These two services are at an additional cost. However, if you're using our in-house finance, we would love to introduce you to our business managers, Julie and Mario, who show just how minimal these will really affect your repayments. Now lastly, but most importantly, make sure you jump onto Google and search up Berwick Mitsubishi. See what people have to say about us. With over 1,100 reviews and sitting at 4.8 stars, gives you the assurance as a buyer that you're dealing with the right people and the right kind of business for a good quality vehicle. Now, as I mentioned before, the number to dial is 99070555. Thank you for watching.